Check out the content on Brandon with a Y and here on No Way It's Brandon. No Way It's Brandon, power to the gamer. Rated E for everyone.
Woo! Here comes the first round.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You guys know who it is. It's your guy, No Way It's Brandon. Coming at you guys again with another video for today. How are you guys doing, man? You guys doing well? You guys doing great? You guys doing absolutely stupendously fantastic as always, guys. We are back right at it with some more Riders Republic. And today, we are just going to be sitting here chit-chatting really quick. Well, not really chit-chatting, but me more so just giving my thoughts on Riders Republic during the month of October. So, Spooktober has come and passed at the blink of an eye, and I noticed that Riders didn't really celebrate Halloween too much. Like, they didn't really do anything to theme it up with the spooks. In case you guys happen to be new to Riders Republic or to me, so in the first two Octobers, right, since Riders Republic launched, Ubisoft, they were, I would say, to start it off, they were killing it with just making sure that players feel immersed and fully invested into their environment. So Riders Republic is an open world game to some extent, right? And so during the months of October, November, December, you know, the holiday months, Ubisoft has been doing their best to decorate certain spots of the map. And so I noticed that this time around for October, Ubisoft didn't really do anything. So I was pretty disappointed by that. And so the only thing that I noticed that Ubisoft even like came close to doing to spook it up was to have some pumpkin collectibles, and you were able to unlock, I think it was some kind of like a, not a nameplate, but one of those like tags that you can have adjacent to your name. And that was pretty much it. And they put these pumpkins in the deck. And I was holding off on my comments during the month of October until October passed, because I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna patch in something where there's gonna be more decorations or just more activities to do than just collect pumpkins. Now, Ubisoft did create a mass race variant, which I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did not even play. So there was some sort of Halloween themed mass race, but I was very disinterested in that because in the past year, anytime Ubisoft created some kind of special mass race theme, it was usually centered around specific themes, and the themes usually consisted of a ton of new cosmetics for us to buy. So with like the whole samurai theme, you know, they had a samurai themed mass race. So guess what? If you play the samurai themed mass race, then you dress up as a crazy samurai and da-da-da-da-da. So Ubisoft have been creating these special mass races, but you're really just playing the same tracks over and over and over again with different cosmetics that you wouldn't be using had you not played or purchased rather the cosmetic in the store. So these are just opportunities for Ubisoft to let players use certain cosmetic items without having to buy them, to hopefully get you to buy them. And that's really the only thing that was special. But I'm just saying that that's what I'm guessing the Halloween mass race was. So they probably just made it nighttime and people were wearing either like a zombie costume or I don't know, like dinosaur stuff, who knows. But you guys who did play the special Halloween mass race, for sure let me know what it actually was. But I'm guessing there were not that many things that were very different about it. It was just like another one of those ploys to somewhat theme it up, but hopefully get you to buy cosmetics. So that was kind of a letdown for me personally. And so the whole reason I'm speaking about this is because last October, Ubisoft had this really cool thing where there was like a zombie outbreak and you had to go to these locations. And if you guys have been watching me since then, you guys know how excited I was, because I was like, yo, this is actually kind of cool. And it was something different from what the game has you doing generally. Because whenever you're playing Riders Republic, you're just generally racing, doing tricks, playing multiplayer, single player career stuff, right? Collecting balloons, all these different collectibles, da 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 da. But for Halloween last October of 2022, basically the whole thing was that people were getting infected from what I remember, and there was zombie NPCs just kind of wandering around, and you used a bicycle, or actually they're all bicycles, but you basically use these other bike type of like vehicles that you use as weapons. So you're able to shoot the zombies, run over the zombies, and it was like a super cool thing that was out of the ordinary for the game. And from there I was like, oh cool, so I'm gonna imagine from here on out Ubisoft is gonna get creative with what they're gonna do for holiday seasons, right? For different seasons, like for Spooktober, and by Spooktober I mean October, for November, December, da 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 da. And lo and behold, 2023 rolls around, all of October, crickets, nothing happened. And I was super bummed about that, because it's like, you know, I'm not gonna hardcore game every single day on Riders, but it's cool to be able to log in and see that Ubisoft is still trying to keep you interested in their environment and interested in just playing their game for one reason or another. And at least for me, collecting pumpkins was not really the most fun thing for me. I mean, it's cool that they created a different asset for you to collect, right? But I'm all, well, that's kind of just boring, because that took me just a couple minutes to complete. But I mean, even if they had just collectibles throughout the month, like every single week, pumpkins pop up in different locations, like, okay, that's fine. But this was just kind of a, you can do it whenever you want to do it thing. Actually, I think it lasted for just 1 week. So all that just for me to say that Ubisoft just did not really pay that much attention to detail this time, and just the Riders Ridge was pretty bland, and there was just nothing going on with it for players to suggest, or rather for Ubisoft to suggest to players that it was Spooktober, it was Halloween season. And so that was just a huge miss for me, and it's just unfortunate for newer players who didn't experience Riders Republic during October when the game first launched, and last year 2022, because it's like they don't know what they missed out on. And then, you know, like I said, it was just for the most part a lot of decorations and stuff, but I mean, that kind of stuff matters. I mean, you want players to feel and see a difference with your game when different holiday seasons roll around, right? Because I always go to this example, Fortnite. Like, Epic Games with Fortnite, they know what they're doing. I mean, I'll watch some gameplays of YouTubers that I like, and they're playing Fortnite, and I'm just admiring, you know, how much Epic Games puts into making sure that players are immersed with the holiday season. Because, you know, I'm seeing, I think I just saw, like, you know, spider webs, pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, all this cool Halloween stuff scattered around the map. You know, I understand that Ubisoft is not the same as Epic Games, because Epic Games, obviously, for the past, since, you know, Fortnite first dropped, Epic Games understood that Fortnite is their main IP. That is their main game, their bread and butter, so they put everything that they have into the game, and guess what? Fortnite, obviously, still one of the most popular games out there, and that just says a lot to Epic Games for understanding, hey, you know, maybe we should spruce up our game for Halloween season, for Christmas time, for Thanksgiving, even for the anniversary of Fortnite, right? So Ubisoft can definitely take notes from Epic Games, but I'm honestly not gonna hold my breath for that. And if you guys don't know this, Ubisoft have a ton of different IPs. I mean, they develop a lot of different games, and they have a lot of eggs in different baskets, and they're not all in on just one particular thing, which, at least in my eyes, isn't that good for really any of the franchises. I mean, obviously I love Riders Republic, so I'm gonna for sure say that this isn't good for Riders Republic, because if you have different portions of your overall company, right, like different different studios within Ubisoft developing different things, then the manpower, the resources, the money isn't always going to be the same across the board for every single studio that is developing different games. So, for all I know, Riders Republic could be getting the short end of the stick for certain updates, for certain patches, for certain timeline related things to the game, you know, because for all we know, some things had to get pushed back. You know, some things had to be delayed because they weren't ready in time due to lack of manpower, due to lack of a budget. So my thing is just that acknowledging the fact that Ubisoft isn't solely focused on Riders Republic, I always have my expectations pretty low, just in terms of any updates that they have, which is kind of unfortunate because when you have a game like Riders Republic, you know, this is a game that deserves the most attention you can possibly give it because, at least in my eyes, it is very similar to Fortnite in terms of just how massive the game is and just how much you can do in it. And it's a game that hosts over 64 players in the lobby, so it's like, why would you not want to make sure that your game, and I'm gonna call it a party game to some extent because this game is mainly catered and primarily for players that just want to have fun. So if you want your party game to be killer, I mean, you got to make sure that you are doing everything that you can, everything within your power to make sure that players are always interested, whether if it's new modes, different cosmetics, different environmental cosmetics, or just different things within the environment that the players are in. So you always want a sense of newness with the game. And for this previous October, I did not get any sense of newness aside from the skateboarding update. Now that November is here at the time of this recording, I'm not exactly confident in Ubisoft being able to keep me super interested in wanting to play the game for huge amounts of time because, you know, from what I've seen, I mean, for all I know, Ubisoft just might say, oh, we're going to give you guys some snowflake collectibles. Oh, we're going to give you guys some gingerbread man cookie collectibles and just kind of call it a day and just award you with a nameplate. So, you know, hopefully, you know, they do something cool, but I don't know what's always down the pipeline for Ubisoft aside from their roadmap for extra content within the game. But that was pretty much the gist of what I wanted to talk about today. So for those of you guys watching, feel free to let me know what you guys think. And if you think that Ubisoft could have for sure at least done something better. I mean, something is always better than nothing, like I say, but to go from shooting and running over zombies to just collecting some pumpkins and having a Halloween themed mass race on the same tracks that we've had since practically launch, just being advertised, cosmetics that were introduced last year in year of 2022, and I think at 2021 when the game first launched, and calling it a day, like, or calling it a month, right? Calling it an October. I'm just a guy that likes festivities within the game. I mean, heck, man, Halo Infinite right now has been winning my heart over. I mean, obviously, I'm a pretty huge Halo fan, but it's pretty cool to see at least a company whose game that I play do something for Halloween. I mean, they had a battle pass in Halo Infinite where you can unlock cool Flood cosmetics for your character. You can play Infection with them. 343 Industries has been winning me over with their game right now more than Ubisoft has with Riders Republic. And it's just crazy to me that when Riders first dropped, within the first year and a half of Riders, 2 years practically, Ubisoft has been winning me over way more than 343 has with their Halo Infinite game. And this is coming from a longtime Halo fan, and I love both games, but it's just crazy that the dynamics shifted so much from one company's game to another company's game. So I've been playing Halo much more often on my own time and on the channel a little bit here and there. But all this just to say that I've noticed just some regressing, just some some lacking with Riders Republic and Ubisoft's. I don't want to call it lack of effort because I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but again, you know, it would just be a lot cooler if we were in a situation where Ubisoft can give most of their attention to Riders Republic. But hey, that is not the reality of it. But in case some of you guys are like, hey, why is this October kind of lame for Riders Republic? Hey, you were not alone. That was definitely what I was thinking the whole time. And for sure, I say Riders Republic and Ubisoft definitely fell short for this Spooktober season. But hey, hopefully Christmas comes around. Hopefully we get some pretty cool stuff, just some pretty cool environmental changes, updates, something to keep us interested for Riders, because Riders is still fun at the end of the day. I just want to see much more updates coming to the game and just keeping us invested, keeping us interested in the game. But anyway, guys, that is going to have to do it for this one. Thank you guys again for watching, man. I greatly appreciate it and listening. And feel free to subscribe to your boy because we got more gameplays on the way. So I got to get to editing those. And if you guys can please like, subscribe, comment, and enjoy the contents, that'd be absolutely stupendously fantastic as always. Guys, feel free to leave your comments down below. And as usual, I will see you in the next one. And cue the outro.